What's good, YouTube? I just wanted to wait a little bit longer on this video. People wanted to see it, but we gonna talk about Blake Griffin signing his contract extension. The thing, I'm about to hit a lot of points that matter about this contract signing and the reason why I didn't really want to do it. First, DeAndre Jordan technically wanted to go on when his contract was up. He re-signed for, I think, 4 year, $80 million. I don't remember. I think it was around that, or 5 year, $100 million. I think that's what it was. But he wanted to go. Chris Paul, he wanted to go, and he ended up leaving to Houston already. And now Blake Griffin, he's basically the face of the franchise since he got drafted, because Blake Griffin was an all-star when he first got drafted, and he became better and better. He's a better ball handler. He's a great facilitator. He's a great scorer. He can shoot the jumper. He's starting to shoot the three. Now he's starting to shoot free throws better compared to when he came in the league. So Blake Griffin showed a sign of getting better every single season and staying consistent at that. The problem with him, every time he got better, he always got injured lately. For the last couple of years, he just can't stay healthy. And it's hard to build a team around a guy that can't stay healthy. But Blake Griffin is one of the best players in the league. He's still in my top 10, top 12, but he's definitely in my top 10. But some people might have him in the top 12, top 15, but he's in my top 10. Blake Griffin is a great player, and we're going to have to see what he can do. He still have DeAndre. He still has Beverly. He still got Lou off the bench. He still has Jamal Crawford off the bench. He lost J.J. Redick, so Crawford or Lou might start, but they can shoot the three anyway. They still have a decent roster. They got Sam Dekker. They have Montrezl Harrell, and I think they got a first pick, too, for Chris Paul. So they have a lot of assets, and they can continue to get better. This team ain't terrible. They didn't really get the most that they could get years ago because they had a shot when they got Josh Smith, Lance Stevenson, and stuff like that. But they automatically got rid of those players. They didn't really work out that well, and they gave up on that bench a little bit too quick to me. But this team is decent. Patrick Beverly, Sam Dekker, Lou Williams, Montrezl Harrell, and you get 2018 first-round pick, all for Chris Paul. Those are decent players, respectable players. Patrick Beverly probably going to start. I thought they was going to start Austin Rivers, but they got Patrick Beverly in that deal. So this team is still respectable. I don't think they're a playoff contender. Really, I think, well, they're a playoff contender. I don't think they're a championship contender, which we all know, but they might be able to compete for the 7th spot, the 8th spot, maybe the 6th. Doc Rivers is an offensive genius. He has enough capable players. He has enough respectable players where he can still put out winning basketball, and they only really have one star. I don't really call DeAndre Jordan a star, even though he made the All-Star game last year, but that was mostly because Chris Paul and Blake Griffin really didn't stay healthy, and they had to give Clippers an all-star starter. I really thought it should have went to Rudy Gobert, or even Damian Lillard could have been there, but they gave it to DeAndre. It was more players that was more worthy of the all-star appearance than DeAndre Jordan. But we'll see what happens. This team got enough talent. They got shooters. Sam Dekker can shoot, Luke can shoot, Patrick can shoot, and you still got people on the bench that can shoot, Austin Rivers and Jamal Crawford. So you have a lot of versatility still with the lineup. You can still change up a lot of the lineup, play small ball with Blake at the 5, or you can play big with Blake and DeAndre, and you can go multiple guards on the court with Patrick, Lou, and Jamal. So you can add a lot of ball handlers like Lou, Jamal, and Patrick, or you can even just go with all shooters. In that lineup, they all can shoot too. So I like what they was able to do. They lost Chris Paul. They was going to lose him for nothing. They was able to retain Blake Griffin. They have a lot of assets that they can use, including the pick they just got and including their original pick for next year's draft. They have a lot of stuff they can do, and if they ever have a chance to trade, they have enough players on decent, respectable contracts where it's movable, and you're able to get good players in return, and even franchise players, depending on how much you have to give up in return, that you still got Blake Griffin locked down for the long term. So you know, if I go to the Clippers, I still got Blake Griffin down there. So you have those type of factors in the future, and you have the cap space to get players. So we'll see what they're going to do. And like I said, DeAndre Jordan wanted to leave before, and he can leave next year if he wants to. And if he do, you get an extra more cap space to find somebody else that's better than DeAndre Jordan to pair with Blake Griffin. So I don't think the Clippers in an ugly spot. I don't think the Clippers in a bad spot. They have a decent team. They have a respectable team. They have good role players. They have a star. And they have DeAndre Jordan. So they didn't lose everything. Matter of fact, they got something respectable back. So we'll see what happens. And we'll see what they do. But like I said, I can see this team making the playoffs because they have a lot of solid players. And they have Doc Rivers who can make a good offense around basically anything, and Blake Griffin is a passer. He is a facilitator. You can also run through the offense through him, even through the post. Even though he's not the best post-up player, he's a okay post-up player, and he can always play make because all the attention is going to be on Blake. We have the game playing against Blake. We have to stop Blake, and that open up the game for everybody else around him, including Blake Griffin, and then they can always play the pick and roll and get pick and pop, get pick and rolls, the road to the basket, lob to Blake Griffin, lob to DeAndre, or they lob to each other, and they can finish around the rim, and Blake Griffin can stretch it out to the three, and he became a respectable mid-range shooter. So they still have options, and they still could be competitive, so we'll see what happens. Like my Facebook page, analysisplayground.com. It'll be a link in the description in the comment section below. Also, go to my website, analysisplayground.com, and sign up to that. It'll be in the description in the comment section below. Let me know what you think about this Blake Griffin signing. Let me know what you think about what the Clippers are now. And let me know if you think this is a good move for the Clippers. Should they let Blake Griffin go, or should they do what they did and keep him? So let me know what you guys think. Comment, like, subscribe, and share. And check out my older video.